Let me move out of the way. I didn't get to eat dinner, so it's off to the side. Happy Sunday Fun Day, everyone. Welcome back to our Sunday live show where you get to hang out with us for the next hour.
Oh, is the moose going to be here too?
The moose, unfortunately, will not be here. That massive moose. Jeremy always starts off with a song.
If your woman ran off with a moose, top, she gave me the deuces. Down in the chat. Type it in the chat. If your woman ran off with a moose, top, she gave me the deuces. In the chat. If your woman ran off with a moose and she gave you the deuces. If your woman ran off with a moose, top, she gave me the deuces. Down in the chat. Down in the chat. George, what's the deal? Why'd you run off with the moose?
Someone wants to know who kisses better. Robert wants to know who kisses better, the moose or Jeremy?
If you never thought your woman would seduce a moose, type, she left me for a mooses. If you never thought your woman would seduce a moose, type, she left me for mooses. Yeah. If you never thought your woman would seduce a moose, and that moose is about to get some abuse. If you never thought your woman would seduce a moose.
I'm an abuser.
Type. I don't even know what I told you to type in there. But if you're happy and you know it, type what the Hales. If you're happy and you know it, type what the Hales. If you're happy and you know it, then the chat will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, type what the Hales. You ready to get the show on the road, George?
I'm ready.
Okay, there's no doubt that they have questions. And we have answers.
Sometimes.
And I think the moose is going to be doing most of the answering today, right? Happy and you know it, type what the Hales. All right, we've got a lot to cover, and these guys have a lot of questions, no doubt whatsoever. So probably the biggest question, I'm going to be, anybody have a question?
I've got a piece of mail.
Well, we'll get to mail, I promise. Okay. I have to write a new mail song. Actually, I've been working on a new mail song. I'm actually going to unveil it tonight to you and to you. New mail song. I've been working on it.
Okay.
All right, so what's the biggest question that you think they all have? After this week of extraordinary, mind-blowing, epic videos, what do you think's the biggest question they probably have?
Mick wants to know, how was your birthday? It wasn't our birthday.
That's a good question, Mick.
It was Storage Auction Pirate's birthday.
I wonder if he's thinking of Storage Auction Pirate. Birthday. Yep, sure was.
So one of the videos that we released this week was of a local female that is now currently locked up.
That's not what I thought they were going to ask about. I thought they wanted to know whose picture is actually on the community post.
Okay.
If you haven't seen our community post yet, we did post a picture. And our
community post is similar to like a Facebook newsfeed, if you're not familiar.
Oh, Randy Lee says, well, when are you getting married? That's the biggest question. All right, so let's keep going to the community post. So if you have not seen our community post, we did post a baby picture, and we had everybody guess who is the baby. So let's go ahead. We'll show that. We'll try and show that as well as possible.
There was a mysterious child on the community post.
A mysterious child. Here is that child. Now, there were plenty of great guesses. And
that child looks frightened.
That child looks extremely frightened. And so I bet you didn't see this coming. Plot twist, it's Jeebus. You didn't see that one.
Holy Jeebus.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of guesses were meerkat.
Someone just guessed baby Jeebus.
That's a good guess as well. So there was Meerkat. There was also the guess of George. There was the guess of Jeremy, and there was the guess of George. So I thought what
Pat
we
D
would
says
do.
that's not me.
I thought what we would do is we would show a picture, Meerkat's baby picture. Do you want to go ahead and do that? So we got Meerkat's baby picture, and so we're gonna let you see Meerkat.
We're gonna do a comparison.
We're gonna do a comparison. We'll let you know if this was Meerkat or not. Here's Meerkat's baby picture. There you go. So there it is. That's Meerkat. All right.
That looks like Hurricane Dorian.
That fits perfect for Meerkat, without a doubt. Then we also have a little something of George. Not quite a baby picture, but still enough to get a sense of George. So here's George. All the old women now go,
"Aww, don't you just want to pinch his cheeks?"
And now, since the guest was also my baby picture,
I'm looking in the chat to see if my brother and my sister are on. Looking for George and Meerkat.
So now people guessed me as well. So I'm going to show my baby picture, and we'll find out who was right. That's not my baby picture. All of you who guessed George, you are 100% correct.
Storage Stalker wants to know whose ultrasound was that.
That
was my sister.
That's her sister. So
when she was El Nina.
What would be, instead of little baby, what would be big hurricane now? Now she's Dorian. So all of those who guessed, great job, great guesses.
Storage Auction Pirate, shout out to them for the $7.70
Storage Auction Snipers.
Sorry, $7.70 super chat. Says Antlers in the Treetop by Who Goose the Moose.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Do you know that song?
I don't know that one.
Can't say I do.
I don't know that one either. You want to jump into mail before we jump into questions?
Yeah.
And just so we're clear, the best way to get a question in front of us, because there's so many on the super chat and it goes so fast and we can't, oops, sorry, baby. And we can't read everything. What's the best way for them to actually get their question in front of us?
Super chat.
How do they super chat?
And our mod, George is on right now, my brother.
George is? So super chat, if you go right down below, which I believe I'm pointing there now in your screen. Yes, I am. It's
go actually, in the area where you're going to leave a message in the chat.
You click on that $sign, and then you would actually send a super chat, and that puts your comment up in front of everybody else, just like when you see other people do it. All right, baby. Are you ready for the new mail song?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're positive?
Yes.
All right, here we go. New mail song. Here we go. It goes like this.
Okay.
I've been working on this. You sure you're ready?
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to unveil it. How much mail do we have tonight?
Appreciate it, Grimes Finds. He sent a $4.99 super chat and put your question goes here. Yes, if you send a super chat, make sure you leave your question with it in the comment section.
All right, here comes the new mail song.
Okay. Is this the extended version? This is the extended version. Appreciate the $2 super chat, Judy. I think I like the original one better.
We got mail. That was the new one.
I think I like the original.
That was the new one. What are you talking about?
It was short. It was sweet. It was simple. It was straight to the point.
All right, fine. Back to the drawing board.
David Caldwell, all the way from Montana, sends us a letter, says, Dear Jeremy and George, I found this dog-shaped rock in California on vacation 3 years ago.
A moose.
I thought you guys would love it. Keep up the awesome videos, David. So here's the rock. And yes, it looks like a dog.
What kind of dog?
What kind of dog does that look like? We'll let the chat vote.
All right, let's hear your vote.
What does that look like?
Is that a German Shepherd?
That looks like its ear to me, like its big floppy ear.
That looks like a Rockweiler to me. Baby, you know I got the dad jokes.
I see what you did there.
You know I got the dad jokes. How do I do that sometimes? Are you not in awe?
You impress me every day.
Give me
every day.
Sugar. Give me some sugar then. All right. Okay. So questions. Probably the biggest question we've had after this week is what happened with the thief? We did get robbed. We were stolen from, and people want to know what's going on.
Exactly. Tasha Goodson with the $2 super chat says, hey, when are you guys moving over with the Jeebus fam?
We're in their bushes right now. They just don't see us. We're hiding in their bushes.
We're pretending like we're in our studio, but in reality, we're hiding in the bushes.
We're in the bushes. We made a fort. We brought some lights in there. We're right outside. Island Thrift sent a $1.99, said, George, I love you.
Aw. Sending love right back to you.
So what's the moose and everybody else now? Okay, so George says, I love you too, Island. What do you think?
Just Island.
Oh, it's Oh!
The S is silent.
I don't know how to read. The S is silent, Mrs. Knife. And my entire laptop just shut down.
What happened?
Everything.
It booted you out. YouTube booted him out, so now he can't. You know, you can look at my screen, right?
You're finally going to share your screen with me?
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there.
You're going to share your screen with me
here
in front
for
of
the
all
both of us.
People?
Pat D sent a $2 super chat, says, I have lots of songs for you.
All right, so the big question.
Appreciate it, Pat.
Everybody has is what happened. Do you want to share? Why don't you recap the story of what happened? Since we can't give you everything in a video, and more takes place afterwards, and that therefore there's unanswered questions.
I can only share what I know.
All right, go ahead with what you know.
So this female shows up with a male at the warehouse
riding a
bicycle.
I want to ride my bicycle.
And messages one of our employees asking if the TV is still available. And the TV was for sale for $75.
Tammy went down to nobody. Jeremy went down to $75. For the individual, which we have multiple TVs. It was the smallest one that we have in the warehouse.
And so messaged our employee asking, is the TV still available? And do you have change for 100? So not only was she able to walk away with is it 40 inch? Was it a 42 inch?
32 or I think it was 32 inch.
32 inch TV, but she also got $25 cash. Took it into a local reselling shop right around the corner.
How was she able to pull that off? What was the trick to be able to pull that off without getting caught?
There was a rush at the warehouse when we had it open for the public for a sale, and she had it folded in half.
And so there were people everywhere,
yeah.
and she made sure she was right in the middle of
She waited for the perfect time.
The perfect time is the busiest, and so the person was so overwhelmed that it was just like, yeah, take it and go, and on to the next person.
Yep. And then took off on the bike to a local resale shop right around the corner where they buy things, but then flip them. So they gave her $35 for the TV. Which
happened to be my friends as well.
Right. And so she made out.
She did make out. She made out that day.
She got $60 that day.
So for $60 now, then what happens?
So the reason why his friends found out is because he blasted her on social media to the selling groups that he's a part of on Facebook.
Which is over 50 selling groups on Facebook. They're everywhere.
Someone mentioned that they recognized her face and that she came into the auto parts store looking for change for $100 bill also, and that employee refused to do it and told her, no, there's a bank across the street. Go to the bank. And then when your friends noticed it, they're like, oh my gosh, I think we have your TV.
And so they said, why don't you come down to the shop? This will make a great video.
We have the footage.
We've got the footage, the whole deal. And I went, no way.
Yeah.
And so we went down. And then, so I've been waiting to hear from the local authorities whether they needed me to press charges. So the day before
you went to Wooster police and filed a report against her, and the police officer that took the report knew exactly who he was talking about and knew that she had a history of doing this in the area.
Yep.
So you got the
only thing that got me more is when George ran off with a moose.
He doesn't talk back.
You know what then? I'm gonna run off with the moose.
Casey Collins for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Wants to know, how did you get started doing storage lockers? This is actually a frequently asked question. Jeremy's been going to auctions since, he's been reselling since he was 19 and has been going to auctions forever. I met him last July, and then November 10th was the very first live auction that I went to. I bid on a unit, won the unit. So I got started because of this guy, and now I'm addicted. And do you want to add anything else?
No, I think you summed it up perfectly.
Mary sent a
$2.
Oh, I lost my place.
I got it. Mary sent $2. I did not get a notification. So happy to see you both.
Appreciate it,
Love
Mary.
you both. If you're not getting notifications,
YouTube recently changed the platform. So what you have to do is go back to our page, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe, hit the bell notification, and then you have to hit another bell. I don't know why they did that. It makes it confusing.
So I'm going to show you guys how to do it.
I'll be able to do it because you can't do it on your own channel.
I'm not going to do it on my channel. I'm going to do it on your channel.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to look up the infamous George.
So he's going to go onto my YouTube channel and show you guys exactly what we're referring to.
And this way, if you have all the notifications on, you will always get notified when we have an actual video coming out. Okay. So...
Did you unsubscribe?
So I'll unsubscribe right now.
Okay.
All right. So
he's on my YouTube channel.
Went to her YouTube channel. As you can see.
And he had already unsubscribed.
Right here. The glare is going to be bad. Right here it says subscribe. So I would click on subscribe. And see this bell right here? I have to click this bell to get notifications. You see up top where it says all.
Yeah, and that's where YouTube changed it.
Or none. I want to click all. And that way I will now get a notification every time the infamous George puts up a new video, goes live, anything she does, community post, it will tell me because I clicked the bell and then I clicked all. And that's the key. You want to make sure you click the bell and you click all.
And the only way you could do that is if you're on a smartphone device, a tablet, or a desktop. You can't do it if you're watching from the TV.
And we know a lot of people will get on the channel from the TV and they'll just look up what the Hales and they'll go, oh, what did they post anything? What's the newest thing? And a lot of people don't understand that there's actually daily posts and it's all in order. So we'll get a lot of comments like, this is so out of order. You know, why?
If you're watching it from your TV, it's going to be out of order.
You'll get a mumbled jumbled because YouTube will go, oh, well, check out this one from What the Hales. And it won't be in order with all the storylines that happen. And so if you want to be in order with all the storylines and what's going on a daily basis in life, you click that all button on your notifications. That'll help you a ton.
Real Talk Menor sent a $2 super chat, says, can you have a hoodie giveaway name for Moose? Actually, someone else mentioned that earlier. If we have a name, if we can come up with a name for the Moose. And I said, actually, that's a really good idea. I think I want the chat to vote. What do they think the moose should be called?
I think we should call the moose. Bye, Felicia. Are you going to tell them that you already have the moose sold?
We have gotten an offer. It's not officially sold yet, but we did get an offer. And moose heads that size, we're going for over $3,000.
So when we were bidding on that unit, it was very, very easy to bid on a unit that amount of money, where some of you may have thought, man, what in the world? That moose head easily can cover the cost of the purchase of the unit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else inside of there is pure profit.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it when we showed the video, because you're going to get to see it in the future. We're going back Tuesday to pick everything up, but there were brand new hunting stands in the box, sealed, multiple ones. Now, we didn't go through the unit yet. We had to go on to the next auction. Then we went home because we had some live streams. We had 2 different live streams that we were on yesterday. And so we had to get home, take care of things at home. And so we're going to go back on Tuesday to pick up that unit. But there's so much money in that unit. Tools. There is a $2,000 to $3,000 paint sprayer in there. It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't believe that we actually got it for $2,000, because a moose head that size can go $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in pristine condition. This one has a little bit of, it's got a little bit of, we showed in the video.
Cracks.
It's got some cracks.
It's got some minor cracks.
And a taxidermist will take care of that with no problem whatsoever. But the moose head alone covers the purchase price. That's what I told her. You didn't see it on the video. I went, oh, this one's going for a lot. And I said, we're going home with it, because the moose head alone, I've bid on moose heads before. I was at a restaurant auction, and I think the one that I wanted, it went for over $3,000. And so I was happy that we got it for $2,000. Because the moose head, as we tell you, profile your units, find the one thing that pays for the whole unit. Everything else is profit. Mm-hmm. The moose head pays for the whole unit.
Yeah.
We could see it. It's right there. We also know we probably have the most money as far as the group that's there. Not that you go around saying that. Remember, you want to look like you have no money whatsoever. You don't want to be flaunting that around. So we knew we were going to get the unit. And we were thrilled that we got it for $2,000, because there is going to be so much profit in there. And we don't even know. We have no clue.
Yeah, we haven't dug into the unit
We haven't dug into it yet. We just know there's a moose, and everything else is profit. And so we're extremely excited to get up there on Tuesday.
We're thinking that the previous owner may have either passed away or is in a nursing home. And that used to be a painter, because there was a ton of painter supplies that you could see
painter
up front
supplies,
when we were profiling.
Drywall, we could see drywall stilts up front, drywall tools, tapers, the whole deal. And there was a toolbox as well on wheels, if you saw that up front. And you saw the ladder. We had to pick the ladder up. We had to move the toolbox up, pick the ladder up to get the moose head out, because we absolutely wanted to get the moose head out. We wanted to see the moose head, because that was the thing that we said, this is why we're buying it.
Dean Work sent a $2 super chat, says a lot of work for $60.
Yeah, jail for $60. And that's what she's talking about, Sierra, who went to jail. Not worth it. The crazy thing is, if Sierra just would have came to the warehouse and would have shared her story and what she was going through, I would have given her anything she wanted and just went, hey, how can I help? Just take whatever you want. And the thing is when you go and you do deceitful things, you're going to pay the consequences of that. If she would have been transparent and said, hey, this is where I'm at and this is what I need, we help our community tremendously. Mm-hmm. And you don't see that. We give towards the church. We give towards local ministries. We give towards the community, those in need. And you don't see that on film. And that's not something that we're looking to film for YouTube. We want to show you the storage unit side of things. But if she would have went the right avenue, she wouldn't be in jail right now. For $60, who knows how long she's going to be in jail.
Real Talk Mentor sent another $2 super chat, says, did you guys answer my last super chat? Yes, we did. About the moose, we were going to take a vote on the name. A couple people were saying Bullwinkle.
There were a lot of Bullwinkle.
Moose tracks.
Yeah. Moose tracks, that's good.
Terry Meagley sent a $2 super chat. Appreciate it, Terry. Boop.
What about
Marty Moose?
What about the moose song?
What's the moose song?
There was a great big moose. He liked to drink a lot of juice. But the second verse is, the moose's name was Fred. He liked to drink his juice in bed. The
Leanne
moose's
Kramer
name
sent
was
a $3
Fred.
super chat. Says Manny and Moose should do an episode together.
He liked to drink his juice in bed, singing whoa,
That
whoa.
moose is so big and so awkward.
Whoa, yo.
I came close to having it go timber.
Singing whoa, whoa. This is where you repeat after me. Whoa, yo.
I'm very ticklish.
Since when? Since when? All right, so let's see what we got.
Rogue Life sent a $2 super chat. Says, so are you a couple? Be serious. Appreciate the super chat.
Who asked if we're a couple?
Rogue Life.
A couple of crazies. Bam. Now, if you want to get a more behind the scenes look at our relationship and life, we did a 2-hour live stream yesterday with DG Picker.
DG for Dollar General.
Dollar General Picker, Picker. So we didn't get into storage units. They actually dug into our life and we told stories about our life. So if you're a super fan and you go, man, I want to know more about them, their relationship, we actually dug into our relationship quite a bit.
Yeah.
We told a lot of stories about our relationship. We told a lot of subscribers. We told about the first dates. A lot of subscribers asked, "How do you get a woman?"
When we first told each other, "I love you."
Yeah, we talked about when we first told each other, "I love you."
Yeah.
And a lot of subscribers asked, "How do you get a beautiful Egyptian woman to fall in love with you?" By date 3, we revealed the secrets. So you'd have to look at DG Picker, and it was a live stream that was done yesterday for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, we were only supposed to stay on their live for an hour because typically we're so busy that 2 hours flew by. We didn't even realize that it was 2 hours. So that was unintentional. The 2 hours. Mama G sent a $2 super chat. Says, could you show hippie grandma how to do a super chat? Appreciate it, Mama G. It depends on which device you're on. So if you're on a laptop, hippie grandma, if you're in there typing a message to go into the chat, there, you'll see a $sign.
It's right there.
Right below where it says say something. If you're on your cell phone, same thing. Let me show. If you're on your cell phone,
probably not going to be able to see with the glare.
Anyways, it's right here. So right where you're going to leave a message for the chat, there's a $sign to the right if you're on a cell phone. If you're on a desktop, it's literally right below on the left-hand side next to the smiley face emoji.
When I'm pointing down like this, I'm pointing for everybody who's on a desktop. If you're on a pad or a cell phone, which 70% of our users, 70% of our users are. So the actual $sign is right down there if you're on a cell phone.
Alba wants to know, are you keeping or selling the moose? We were gonna keep it, but then we got an offer. Everything we find is pretty much for sale except for the foreign coins and money we find.
Am I allowed to show them where I wanted to put the moose?
No, because you're gonna mess up the camera.
I'll put it back. Not allowed to show you.
What are you shaking your head for?
Nothing, baby. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Meredithy Deal says, name it the chocolate mousse.
Ooh.
And spelled mousse like the dessert.
You like your desserts.
I like that.
You love your desserts. Milo and Manny. So Deanna Zandy says, how about Milo and Manny?
Trevor the Detector says loose moose.
There was a great big moose.
Azul says name your moose Knuckle.
I see what you did there. A lot of our viewers are the older generation. They didn't see it, but we saw it.
Jean said Mickey Mouse.
That I like.
I like that one.
That's pretty good, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is pretty funny. Did you see... All right, we got another one. Marina Rooney from New Zealand. She said, the more I see of people, the more I like dogs.
Yeah, dogs don't talk back and they're loyal. He's been wanting a dog.
But you won't let me get one.
Well, he agrees why I won't let him get one.
Yes, because I know you'll be
It
mad
wouldn't
at
be
me.
fair to the dog because
It wouldn't be fair
he's
to
never
me
home.
because she'd be mad at me, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it for a dog.
Steven wants to know, is your last name Hales?
How the Hales does he not know this yet?
Yes, his last name is Hales. That's where the channel name What the Hales came from.
It would be Hales, Hale $. I've had to, if officially has changed to a $.
Mm-hmm. One of my coworkers came up with that.
Yeah. Real Talk Mentor sent another $10. Midget Man, Many Moose, next YouTube sensation.
Appreciate it, Real Talk.
Midget Man, the Manny, and the Moose.
Midget, Manny, and Moose, next YouTube sensation.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Manny has his own YouTube channel. Midget Man has his own YouTube channel.
Yep.
And now the Moose needs its own channel.
The Moose. But you're selling the Moose, which is best because you already ran off with him without me. Lisa Tompkins sent $2. The Capitiel instead of El Capitan Moose name.
Okay.
How'd I do with the language barrier there?
You did fine.
Thank you.
You did great.
Yeah. I saved you from that one.
Chris said, name the moose George.
Ooh.
So first name
go.
George, middle name George.
Triple G.
Second middle name George.
Triple G.
My nephew has 2 middle names. George's son. He has 2 middle names.
What is it? George and George?
One is George.
And the other is probably George.
No, it's Calix.
Mama G
I think
just
it's
sent
Calix.
$2. She didn't send a message, but that's a good start, Mama G. You found it. You did a great job.
Appreciate it, Mama G.
All right. Let's see if we can get we got Mama G says,
wants to know, did you guys receive my letter?
Her letter?
No, not yet. We went to the post office today and
just
it
an
wasn't
hour
in there.
ago we were at the post office.
Yeah.
So no letter yet.
Maybe because Monday was a holiday, so maybe we'll get it Monday. This upcoming Monday.
Etta Melendez wants to know, George, when are you going to join the Hales team? So I actually invited George to the auction.
He lives 2 hours away.
I invited him to the auction on Saturday where we bought the moose, but he didn't show. So no show, no job. Are you interviewing him or am I?
Kavana, hopefully I said that right. Kelly Kavana wants to know if we received her letter. No, not yet.
John Q. Jeezer sent $1.99 and said, Hoodwinkle. You get it? Bullwinkle and then hoodwinked.
I like that.
You forgot the fist.
Salrico.
I got you.
Salrico says my son has 3 middle names.
Do you want? Did I ever tell you the story about me growing up with the
Elizabeth
kid down
says
the road?
paper and moose.
Did I ever tell you the story about me growing up with the kid down the road, Dustin?
No.
Okay. So this is the crazy thing.
Story time.
All right. So this is story time with Jeremy. And I used to use this as I would teach counselors to counsel with kids because we would break kids down into their social, mental, physical, spiritual, all of their needs. Okay. And so one of the things with a mental, when you're growing up, your brain is a sponge and there's things that soak in there that obviously as we get older, they don't soak in. For example, George, what did we do 5 minutes ago? See, she can't remember. All right. So, but when you're a kid, you can remember anything.
We started the live show. We're talking to
Dustin told me and my brothers, I don't know, I was probably 6, 7, I don't know. He told us he had 10 names and he said it one time. Okay. One time he told us what his 10 names are. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I still know what he said to this day. I can't break it down and tell you what they are individually. I can only recite it as fast as possible, and I can tell it to you. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. His name is Dustin Dane, John Frank Forster, John Justice Arnold, Jacob Guy Martin, Samuel Bottomfield III. Now, I can only do it like that. I don't know why it's still in my brain. I don't know how it's still in my brain.
You can't pump the brakes and say it slower.
It has to be fast. He told us one time that was his full name, and I don't know why I still know it. Dustin Dane, John Frank Forster, John Justice Arnold, Guy Martin, Samuel Bonfield III. And I don't know why it's still in there. Because your brain absorbs so much as a child, that's why it's still in there. And that's why it's extremely important to make sure you put the right things in there instead of the wrong things. And for some reason, that's still stuck in there. You want to hear me do it one more time? So ask me to do it slow.
Can you attempt to do it slow?
Dustin Dane, John Frank Forster, John Justice, Guy Martin Bottomfield, I think maybe the third. Now I'm going to do it fast. And then you tell me if I did it right. Dustin Dane, John Frank Forster, John Justice Arnold, Guy Martin, Samuel Bottomfield III. Don't know why it's still in there. Don't know why I know that. That's from my childhood. Isn't that the weirdest thing in the world?
That is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Yep.
Sequoia Storage Fund sent a $2 super chat, says, just here to support the storage love. Appreciate you.
Okay, so Rhonda King just sent $5. How do I find DG Picker? DG space Picker. Okay, DG space Picker. If you truly want to watch that 2-hour live stream, we do not talk about storage units. We don't talk about business. We
maybe for a hot second.
But we talk about us. It's behind the scenes.
The way their interviewing format is getting to know the person. Like they get that we buy storage units and that we buy and we sell, but they don't really care about to hear that stuff. They just want to hear. They want to get to know us on a different level.
All right, for Melissa
Pat
W.
D sent a $2 super chat, says, still looking for my flashlight. Love you.
This one's for Melissa W.
Pat D's needs to get one of the flashlights you got.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dustin Dane, John Frank Forster, John Justice Arnold, Guy Martin, Samuel Bottomfield III.
I'm still waiting for Melissa to respond back to me, but she did email. Thank you.
She's in here. She just asked me to do it again. Okay. You missed Fist for $5. So they said you missed the Fist for $5. Baby, what's going on? See, that's what happens.
You did Rhonda King already.
Did you give her a fist bump? That's what happens.
Azul Waffle sent a 99-cent super chat.
That's
and this one's for you, Rhonda.
Older, we forget things like fist pumps, but we still remember things from a childhood, like Dustin A. John Frank Forster, John God Martin, Samuel Bottomfield III. So when I have Alzheimer's someday, the only thing I'll be able to remember is she'll go, "What's Dustin's name?" And I'll go, "Dustin A. John Frank Forster, John Justice, Guy Martin, Samuel Bottomfield III."
Can our mods put DG Picker's link in the chat, please?
Did you get Sequoia Storage Finds?
Yes.
Just here to support the storage love? All right, great. Light Up Your Life says, I think you two are not a couple. If you are, give poor Jeremy a kiss on live TV for the true viewers.
Is that the emoji with the tongue sticking out? Yeah, that's the emoji with the tongue sticking out. Yeah, I'm against PDAs, so that'll never happen. You can send a $500 super chat, and I still won't do it.
Send a $500 super chat, and I will.
I won't do it. I'll block him. I don't know. I'm weird about PDAs. And for those of you who don't know what PDAs is, it's public displays of affection. Like, I won't kiss him or ever make out with him in public. That's just like something that I won't do. No, that is trying to keep it classy.
That is something she
actually
won't
will
do
get
on
demonetized
YouTube.
from YouTube.
That is something she won't do on YouTube.
Well, YouTube doesn't like that. On top of that, YouTube doesn't like that. So I won't go there.
Whatever you say, sweetheart. Whatever you believe, what you want to
Thanks, Treasure
believe.
Hustlers. They put the link.
Treasure Hustlers saw you sniffing my armpits, you weirdos, in public.
And
that's not PDA.
They included it in one of their videos.
They put it in a video, so you got found. You got found. Anne Llewell wants to know, will you hold his hand?
I want to hold your hand. Happy Chicken Hill wants to know, if you get a car, is it hard to get a title? We can hold hands, I guess.
Maybe
his hands are all clammy.
I ain't about that Egyptian sweat.
This is a commonly asked question too, about if you get a car at auction, how hard is it to get a title?
Okay, so here's the deal.
It's going to vary from state to state.
We're going to take it not only to a car, we're going to go from a car to a boat to an ATV to a motorcycle. Anything that has a title falls under lien law. Every state has lien law. In your state, number one, and most states are, the lien law is the same in every state. There may be small variances. If it needs a title, they can't auction it off. Okay, it has to go for an abandoned title. They can auction it off, but they have to run a background check, make sure it's not stolen, and then they send it off to another auction. Usually, okay. Now you'll see we have bought motorcycles without titles. We have bought a moped without titles. Have we bought a car without a title yet? We've been at auctions where cars have been auctioned off without a title because the managers of the facility have gone, we don't care, just take it. So that being said, they're auctioning it off. You're responsible now to get it out of there. That doesn't fall appropriately under lien law. Now, in the state of Ohio, it's almost near impossible to get a title anymore. Laws changed in Ohio. You have to figure out the state that you live in and what their laws are there. So you can get in what's called an abandoned title. And so you have to figure out how difficult that is. Is that the same as a
salvage title?
Salvage title would be different. But you have to figure that out in your state with your laws, your policies, your procedures, how difficult that will be. So in Ohio, what some people will do is they'll actually try and title a vehicle in another state because it's easy. Not easy. It's easier than Ohio, but it's not exactly an easy process in Ohio. So basically in Ohio, it's not worth it. It costs too much money. It costs too much time and too much hassle. So you have to figure out how things work in your state. Anything with a title, how that works under your local lien law, which is almost all 100% the same each state. Mm-hmm. You just have to see if there are any variances and then figure out where it really differs is getting an abandoned title.
Yeah. So if you decide to bid on a car without a title, some storage facilities will tell you, like, look, we're just selling this for parts only. So the auction that we were at yesterday, there was a car that went up for auction. The gentleman that won it was going to take it straight to the junkyard and sell it for parts only.
Now, you cannot take a vehicle to the junkyard unless you have a title. You have to be able to prove it's not stolen. So he would have to get a salvage title. But at that
particular auction,
they were guaranteed a title was going to be transferred
eventually over. Yeah.
So it was in the process. They were going to have to go down to the county office and pick up the title to be transferred over. That was guaranteed a title. So it didn't fall under Ohio lien law that they couldn't auction it off because a title was guaranteed by the previous owner. They were giving it over.
Yeah, they had to get it notarized or something, or signed in front of a notary.
We have 1,007 watching right now, George.
Whoop, whoop. So if you decide to go back to getting the car, just be prepared to jump through all the loopholes or all the hoops to get a title.
Depending on what state you live in.
Yeah, it can. In Ohio, from what we hear, it could take months. So it's not worth it for us. Flipping Adventure sent a $5 super chat. You want to read what she said?
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Flippin' Adventure said, found books and boxes filled with 80s and 90s Pokemon, sports, NASCAR, excellent condition. How do I find time to check them? Been 3 days, worth it. All right. She said, how do we find time to check them? We don't.
What we've been doing is we're going to hold on to all of the cards that we find and then just sell it as a lot on eBay.
Your Pokemon cards, your original cards, you absolutely want to go through them. So when I said we don't find time to go through them, I'll pay somebody else to do it. Okay. But that's where I'm at in my business model. Your business model is probably different. And so if you're just starting out and you're finding these things, your Pokemon cards, you absolutely want to look them up. It takes seconds on eBay. So it's not, you have a lot of cards. It takes seconds. As regards to your sports cards are so varied.
Yeah.
Your 80s and your 90s cards really aren't going to be worth much at all. You have to have a rare card for it to have any value. So your older cards, your 70s, your 60s, your 50s, the older it is, the better it is with sports cards. So your sports cards, me personally, I probably wouldn't even waste the time on it. I'm looking for somebody. I have so many sports cards. I'm looking for somebody that I can trust and say, here's all the cards I have. Have fun. Go through them. Tell me what I got. Put a value on it. And if you want to buy them from me, buy them from me. But that has to be somebody that you trust, that you can just give them everything that you haven't looked through. And we're not going to do that to a random stranger, because we have random YouTubers all the time go, hey, send them to me, ship them all to me, I'll do it for you.
But we have no idea who they are.
I don't know who you are. That's like me saying, hey, send me $5,000 cash in the mail, okay? And in a year, I'll make sure you know exactly. Would you trust me with $5,000? Now, some of you may be, because you know me a little bit more because of YouTube videos. But the reality is this: we don't know these people. We're not just going to go, hey, here's all the cards we have.
Mm-hmm. And you can also use YouTube as a great resource. There's a ton of tutorials on how to identify rare cards, so you could always start that way. So if looking on the eBay sold comps and looking through the item descriptions doesn't help you, find a YouTube tutorial that explains and teaches you how to identify what you have and the rarity in it. That's how I've learned. I utilize eBay sold the most, Google, eBay images, Google images, Amazon images, and YouTube tutorials. And that's how I learn a lot of the things that I know when it comes to reselling.
All right, Cheryl McDonald, we got a lot more super chats. Cheryl McDonald asked a question. I'm a newly storage unit buyer. All the auctions are all auctions busy, or is there a way to have less people trying for units, or is it bad to do online storage auctions? Okay, Cheryl, easy answer is this. The less people that are going to be at the auctions are when you go Monday through Friday when most people have a 9 to 5. So that's where your lowest attended live auctions are going to be. And when it's bad weather, you want snow, you want rain, you want blistering heat. That's when the fewer people are going to be there. When you don't want to go, that's when you need to go, because nobody else wants to go either. You'll get units cheaper. Online auctions typically, and it's going to be based on region as well, are going to sell for a whole lot more than they would at a live auction. Let's take the Moose unit that we bought this Saturday that you saw. That unit would have probably gone for over $4,000 if it was online auction versus the live auction. And so we were thrilled that it was actually a live auction. I'm not a proponent of online auctions because anybody can sit there and bid in their underwear if their George takes their pants. And so you end up spending more money, which decreases your profit margin. I am a big proponent of making sure you go to live auctions and go when nobody else wants to go. And that way you'll get a higher profit margin when you're bidding.
Liz Hampton sent a $5 super chat. Appreciate it, Liz, but no comment. Don't forget to leave your comment when you send a super chat. Cecile Herndon sent a $2 super chat, and I apologize if I butcher your name. Says, do you ever go to storage auctions in Michigan?
We haven't been to one. We were planning on going.
We were planning on going to one, but we
went to Jeebus, see Jeebus instead.
Yeah, we ended up going to Virginia. Eventually, we'll make our way up to Michigan. Our goal is to buy at least one storage unit from every single state by next year, starting next year.
Northwest RC Club sent $2, 1,000 plus viewers. You go, guys.
I already gave him a fist pump.
You did?
Yeah.
He deserves another
one. I can give you another one, Mark.
Deserves another
Mark's
one.
All the way in the UK where it's
very late right now.
2:47 a.m. in the morning.
Very late. Very, very late. So you got Liz, you got Cecil.
CDL Picker Alan sent a $1 super chat. Appreciate it. But no message. You didn't leave a comment.
Okay. R. Hedgie has a question. Just popped in. Heard you all talking about cards. What about Magic the Gathering? I have a box full of them. So
we had one of our friends went through the Magic the Gathering cards that we have.
So Magic the Gathering is going to be like Pokemon. Yeah. There are some that are worth a ton of money, and there are some that aren't.
So you just got to learn how to identify the little icon that's on the card that tells you which ones are rare and not. So same thing. Try and find a YouTube tutorial video that's going to help you identify what you have.
So it's worth your time to go through them.
Nevermore Antiques says there is a phone app that you can take a pic of the card and it'll tell you what it is. I know it works for... You should let us know, John, in the chat what the name of that app is.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. I saw one I was going to read. Oh, here it is. Pamela Magden says, so I want to know when you're going to invite us to your wedding. Hint, hint. Love you guys.
We're not even engaged, Pamela. So
We're not even dating. What are we?
Charlotte says, I can't find GD Picker
We're
because it's DG
ignoring
Picker.
the question.
DG for Dollar General.
That's what we are.
And
Ignoring
our mods can include
the
the link in the
question.
chat again.
I got really close to a kiss right there.
Why are you being creepy right now?
Huh?
Why are you being extra creepy right now?
I'm the creepy one in this relationship. Are you being serious right now? Oh my goodness. If I could record just a sliver of the things that you do off camera. Just a sliver.
Well, they don't need to know about that.
Okay. Light up your life. Here's a few bucks to show support for your channel and all the love you Restorage. We watch you and we love you both. Sending love right back to you. Did you get that one already?
No.
All right. Well, there you go. Fist pump it.
Appreciate it.
Bam. Boop. Thank you so much. Light up your life. Sending love right back to you. And Jeff Poole. Did you get Jeff Poole's $2? Jeff sent $2.
Jeff.
He didn't say anything, but he sent $2. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
And then
if that's the same Jeff, he's the one that's buying the vintage Radio Shack computer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool. That was from the $25 unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one from yours in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay. SK Kendall.
Sir
$5.
Kendall, maybe.
I only
Endel.
That could be. I only have a middle initial, W. Excitedly waiting for my box of stuff from you. Kendall West Green.
Oh, Kendall's the one that bought the drafting supplies.
Oh
my gosh. Wait until you get that box. If you plan on reselling it, you're gonna make bank.
How much did you sell that
There's
for?
a ton of stuff in there.
How much did you sell
for a fair price?
You can tell me.
I can tell you.
Yeah, whisper it. Whisper it. Tell me. Whisper it. All right. Okay. It almost worked. Almost worked. Did you get the 1999? Did you get the 1999 super chat?
From Grimes?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Did you
what?
See that one yet?
Grimes Finds, Justin from Grimes Finds. Make sure you guys check out their channel, Justin and Gina. They're in Dallas, Texas. Says Grimes Finds giving away a SUV to a single parent.
I'm a single parent.
I'm a single parent.
You're a single parent.
I could use a new SUV.
All right, we're getting on there tonight. We're going to figure out how we win this SUV.
Yeah,
this is 2 submissions right here.
They find the best storage units.
That's
either his profiling skills are amazing or just Dallas has the best units.
I think Dallas has the best units and he buys them all. So when you buy them all, you're bound to get the good one. You got to take the bad with the good. But if you buy them all, you're going to get the good one, right? That's what you keep. For those who don't know, Georgia's spent the past few months. When we met Justin, she's like, so what do you think about moving to Dallas?
No, I said, what if we go to Dallas? Because the goal is to go to every state next month or next year. I said, what if we go to Dallas and we love it? Because one of my best friends lives there too.
Did you get adventure?
Would you consider moving there? Because we do want to get out of Ohio.
Adventures with the Hudsons, $9.99. For those who are wondering if buying storage units is profitable, it is. Had a 3-day garage sale set up at the flea market today. Only been buying units for 2 months. Lots of work, but it is worth it.
Beth and Jim, they have their own YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check them out. They buy storage units, and they were inspired to create a channel as well. And they were supposed to come up to have their trains appraised, but they had this 3-day garage sale.
Kimberly Jackson said, you guys are not married. What are you waiting for? Kick Jeremy to the curb. Kimberly, sorry, it would be me kicking somebody to the curb.
I don't want to rush into it. Neither of us want to rush into it.
You don't want to. Who doesn't want to rush more? Really? Really? Seriously?
This girl.
Yeah. Okay.
This girl.
Whatever you say, baby. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. Donna just said, Jeremy, you didn't find your pants. You're right. Not wearing any. I forgot. I'll just put that right
Manisque wants to know, can you buy things online from your store? Yes and no. If you watch one of our videos and there's something in an unboxing that you're interested in purchasing, you're going to have to email us. So send us an email at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Our mods can put the email address in the chat below. And once you make sure you send a screenshot of exactly what it is that you're trying to describe. And then when you email us, you'll get an automated response back that gives you a list of things pertinent items that we need in order to sell you what you're interested in buying. Other than that, a lot of the things that we buy that's not eBay worthy goes to the warehouse, and that gets sold at the warehouse. And then a lot of the items we sell directly to our subscribers that it doesn't even make it to eBay. So, I mean, you can check out our eBay store, but a lot of the things already, they get sold or we send it off to local auction. Did you find a camcorder recently?
Yep.
Someone's
VCR?
Asking.
VCR or
someone's asking.
Okay, so the camcorder that we said we were gonna.
What happened to the camcorder?
So the camcorder that we wanted to look at to see the tape that's inside, we don't have a power supply, and so we can't show you what's on the tape because we don't know, because we don't have a power supply. So we're gonna have to wait until we get a power supply to actually look on the camcorder so we can see what's on that camcorder. So that camcorder is from Freaky Deaky Guy.
With you. I don't think I was with you.
You were cranky that day. You weren't.
I needed an office day. Was it the day that I needed an office day?
You mean an office week where you're like, just fire me? I'm like, fine, you're fired. Peace out. And you're like, well, I'm taking an office week. Is that what you mean? It was from Playboy dude who was with all the Playboy bunnies.
Oh,
so
okay.
So I didn't find the power supply yet. Treasure Hustlers is ratting you out big time.
What are they saying?
They're saying they have video proof that I better ask you to marry you before you're 40. They videoed that. See?
They must know something or remember something.
They must know. Oh my goodness, they ratted you out more than you.
Isaac wants to know, are you more aware with money from your buyers now? Well, our employees, yes. So that little yellow marker that tells you if the money's counterfeit, that's at the warehouse now.
Which the only thing you need to do is actually open it and touch it. But all that being said, it is 9:57, George.
Wow, that hour.
Are you shocked?
Yeah.
You just got another super chat. Jeff Poole just sent $2. Call him Mr. Moose. And waiting for the TRS-80. Yes, that is who bought the computer. That thing was so awesome. I
try to remember these things.
I was so shocked Jeff. When we found that in that unit. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good unit.
That was a really crazy find. A really crazy find. I think we got...
Sarah Slater says, George, I don't like public affection either. Don't give in. Stay strong. Stay strong, my friend. Stay strong.
Let's get something extremely clear. PDA for her on YouTube, not okay. PDA for her as soon as this camera goes off. I think you're smarter than that. I think the viewers are smarter. Treasure Hustlers, no. All right, so Nevermore Antiques sent $2. He says to go towards the wedding ring. Is that a new ringtone for a phone?
Appreciate it, John.
Is that for that must be for
He's
a phone.
So silly.
That must be for a phone. Ringtone. Wedding ringtone?
Did we miss a couple?
Yeah, I think we did. How many others did we miss? Baby, let's close out tonight. Let's sing a song for people with their name. Who do you want to pick somebody? Lisa Thompson sent $2. My name idea was bad. Essie's just because I appreciate you too.
Aw, appreciate it, Lisa.
Boop. I don't know if we got them all or not.
Yeah, we did. Adventures with the Hudsons and then Nevermore Antiques.
We got them?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go out tonight singing a song, but let's sing for the actual viewers. Pick a person, any person.
Okay.
If you want a song written about you tonight, let us know.
Let's go with Storage Chasers.
Storage Chasers.
George just sent a $2 super chat. My brother says, oops, gonna need this back. You need it for gas money, George?
Because he didn't get hired. He didn't show up for work. Cheryl McDonald says she wants a song about her. Sel Rico says, me please.
Tina Gray says, pick me.
All right, pick somebody who wanted to be picked.
Tina Gray says,
Tina
pick
Gray?
me.
All right, we're going to start with Tina Gray. All right, I'm going to try and write a song about Tina Gray. All right. You gotta let these things flow.
Hold on a sec. Wayne wants to know, is Pirate doing his live this evening?
He is not.
No.
He did a live earlier today.
He did a live earlier today in celebration of hitting 50,000 subscribers. So he will not be going live after us.
All right, I think I got it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got it. It's coming to me. This is... Wait, I lost it. Let me see. Okay, I got it now. I got it. All right. It's coming to me. You know, I got to write these things on the fly. This is the Tina Gray song. Why don't you sing along? This is the Tina Gray song. Why don't you sing along? It goes Tina Gray, 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 Tina Gray.
Treasure Hustler says, pick us, and
right.
send a $2 super chat.
All right, give me
Thanks,
just a moment.
Jackie and Sarah.
Give me a moment.
Make sure you guys check out their channel as well. They do dumpster diving and they buy storage units as well.
All right, I think I got something. It's coming to me. Okay, I'm getting it. I got something. I'm getting it. Yep, I'm getting it. This is the Treasure Hustler song. Why don't you sing along? This is the Treasure Hustler song.
For Jackie
Why
and Sarah.
Don't you sing along? It goes Treasure Hustlers, 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 Treasure Hustlers.
It's a tongue twister, huh? Say that fast 5 times.
Hustlers. Do you have another one?
One more, and then we gotta hop off.
Because she wants to do some PDA.
Robert says, pick Jeremy's nose.
Please do.
So your nose. Sing about your nose.
Baby, you pick my nose all the time.
I think he means to pick your nose.
All right, so.
Let's do Nana Chick.
Nana Chick?
Yeah.
All right, gotta see if I can get something to me here. And don't worry, she wasn't grossed out that I put my finger near her nose. She literally picked
Carol
my
said
nose
the
all
Moose
the
song.
Who am I doing again?
Music 55 Kathy sent a $3 super chat, says, I bet he cannot make up my name.
All right, Music 55 Kathy. It's gonna be a toughie.
It's gonna be a tongue twister.
This is the Music 55 Cassie song. Why don't you sing along? This is the Music After 55 song. Why don't you sing along? It goes Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55.
Appreciate it, Kathy.
Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55. I said it goes Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55, Music After 55.
Music 55 Kathy.
Oh man, she was right.
He had it flip-flopped.
She was right.
Got him. Storage Auction Snipers sent a $5 super chat, says, I dare ya. That's going to be a tongue twister as well. Storage Auction Snipers.
All right, this is the last one. This, baby, I got to see it. I can't write this stuff.
Sorry.
Line. All right, here we go. All right, you going to sing this one? This is the Storage Auction Sniper song. I sing along. This is a Storage Auction Sniper song. Why don't you sing along? It goes Storage Auction Sniper, 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 Storage Auction Sniper. As in Storage Auction Sniper, Storage Auction Sniper, Storage Auction Sniper, Storage Auction Sniper, Storage Auction, Storage Auction Sniper, Storage Auction. Yeah. How'd I do?
Are you out of breath?
Very much so. Very much so.
Dr. Flippit Thrifts McKay sent a $2 super chat, says, back in Texas, awesome trip. Thanks. Glad you guys made it back safely. All right, we got to sign off. We'll see you guys Wednesday on Locker Nuts' channel. He'll be hosting the weekly Auctions Anonymous meeting. And then we'll see you next Sunday for our live. Thank you all for hanging out. Hopefully you had fun. If this was your first time here, hopefully you had fun and you'll come back again. Love you all. Say goodnight.
Good night.